You'll be familiar with the saying, "I keep myself to myself," meaning, of course, that the person telling you this is a very private individual and prefers not to share the details, intricacies, and intimacies of their life with others. As a physical individual, they are a closed book. But are they a closed book, spiritually speaking? Each of us is a spiritual being, and as spiritual beings, we automatically radiate our individual histories, our motives, our strong emotions, our desires outwards from our energetic core into our auras, where those aspects of our being are displayed as indicators of our current vibrational frequency. And those radiating dominant vibrations also affect and put a spin on both our immediate physical environments and our greater global communal reality. Aspects of our personality and our memories imprint themselves on the material objects we interact with on a regular basis to a lesser or greater degree, dependent on the depth of our connection with those objects and our frequency of interaction with them and the intensity of our dominant emotions and drives whilst we interact with them. We imprint a great many material things during our lives, but the ones closest to us and those we connect with most frequently are the ones that retain the strongest record, the strongest memories of our connection to them. Watches, jewelry, the clothes we wear, the chairs we sit in, the cars we drive, the houses we live in, and the workplaces we frequent. All material objects are receptive to energies and vibrations. They record what has happened to them during their life, and they can also be encoded with the memories and emotions of their handlers if they are frequently touched by those handlers and are in close proximity to them. What's more, the objects retain those vibrational records until such time as they are destroyed or they are re-encoded with an overlaying set of memories or repurposed via an infusion of light energy, which erases earlier vibrational imprints. With practice, and if you are sufficiently spiritually sensitive, you can learn to access those vibrations. Let's begin to focus and train this aspect of your spiritual capabilities, shall we? To do this, you will need to refer to the rest of this video from this point onwards a second time, once you have asked someone you know and trust to lend you an object that has a history they know something of, but you don't. You don't need to psychometrize the object in their presence. You can carry out this exercise in private and in your own time, peacefully, slowly, and without any pressure. Before you undertake the exercise, however, and as with all the actions you will take in Module 5, pause for a moment before you begin. Place your hand on your heart and connect with your heart-mind energy, asking the force that is within you there, the divine presence within at your core, for protection and guidance during this exercise. Your intention is to observe the vibrations and impressions the object holds, not to merge with those impressions or to take them on in any way. Now, hold the object in your hands. Remember how we taught you to move your consciousness from your head to your heart in a previous module by visualizing it as a ball of light that moves down your body? I want you to use the same visualization of the ball of light, but this time to see that ball of light emerging from and then moving down from your brow chakra, slowly down your face to your throat, then sideways to your shoulder, slowly along and down one of your arms into one of your hands, and along that hand and into your fingertips. Visualize that ball of light reaching out from your fingertips to surround the object in your hand. Relax and concentrate on the object. As you hold it and surround it with your relocated point of consciousness, do any impressions, any images come to mind? What can you see in your mind's eye? What can you sense about the object? Are you picking up on any emotions? Don't allow doubt to dampen your spiritual abilities at any stage in this process. Simply make a mental note of everything you are experiencing. And once you have clearly registered any initial images, sounds and sensations, let go of those initial impressions and invite the object to then share a second image, sensation or feeling with you, and so on. Each time you receive a new piece of information, register it, then let it go, clearing your mind so that the next impression in the sequence can make an impact on it. I'll leave you to do this for a couple of minutes. During this time, continue reading your object and gathering as much information as you can from it via your spiritual senses. Now it's time to gently withdraw your point of consciousness from the object and to slowly retract it from your fingertips. Move it back along your hand, back up your arm, back to your shoulder, back across to the center of your throat, and back up your face to your brow chakra, where you can now visualize that ball of light entering your brow chakra and reseating itself within your head mind. Put the object down and, as always, and this is very important, remember that your principal chakras will have opened during this exercise and that you therefore need to close them and seal them to protect yourself at this point from unwanted impressions and random psychic intrusions, as we taught you to do way back in Module 1. Now, using your psychic diary, recall and jot down all the impressions and sensations you receive from the object. Then, once you're ready, check how accurate your findings have been by sharing the information you received with the person who lent you the object. With practice, you'll become used to linking many of the images and sensations you receive together to form bigger, coherent pictures. Don't be discouraged if your first attempt doesn't reveal as much as you would have liked it to. As with all advances along the spiritual path, this process requires discipline, dedication, patience and repetition in order to gain confidence and competence. It should be repeated with different objects from different owners to help you feel confident as you flex those spiritual muscles and stimulate your latent spiritual senses. In part 3 of this module, we'll take our first look at how to connect with discarnate spirits who wish to communicate with you. Please join me next time in part 3, and if you haven't already done so, please be sure to subscribe to this channel now and hit the bell to be notified of subsequent videos in Module 5 and to access earlier modules. And please consider subscribing to our other channels, which feature many more videos and spiritual perspectives from the Joseph Communications, the Band of Light, and myself. Links can be found at the end of this video and also at the bottom of this channel.